Hello everybody, this is Zaxtor99. While browsing the internet tonight, I found a letter that was recently written by a woman who had a rare form of bone cancer called Ewing sarcoma. This is a letter that will make you reflect on your own life. It might make you realize that all the things you stay up at night worrying about, all the things you complain to your family and your loved ones about, really are pretty damn insignificant. It's a letter that's going to urge you to grasp life, take life, and make sure you realize that every day is a gift. Every breath you breathe in is something to not take for granted, but to realize is a precious gift and that you should make the best of it. I can't put this letter in better words than Holly Butcher did herself. 27-year-old woman who is now departed this world and left not only her family and loved ones in tears, but pretty much anybody who comes across this letter. She was from Grafton, New South Wales in Australia, and I want to go ahead and share with you some of her last words that she wrote to her family, who hours after her death decided to go ahead and share her letter with the world. Let's go ahead and read this letter now. Holly Butcher wrote, "A bit of life advice from Hall. It's a strange thing to realize and accept your mortality at 26 years young. It's just one of those things that you ignore. The days tick by and you just expect they will keep on coming until the unexpected happens. I always imagine myself growing old, wrinkled, and gray, most likely caused by the beautiful family, lots of kitties I planned on building with the love of my life. I want that so bad that it hurts. That's the thing about life. It is fragile, precious, and unpredictable, and each day is a gift, not a given right. I'm 27 now. I don't want to go. I love my life, and I'm happy. I owe that to my loved ones. But the control is out of my hands. I haven't started this note before I die, so that death is feared. I like the fact that we are mostly ignorant to its inevitability, except when I want to talk about it, and it is treated like a taboo topic that will never happen to any of us. That's been a bit tough. I just want people to stop worrying so much about all the small, meaningless stresses in life and try to remember that we all have the same fate. After it all, so do what you can to make your time feel worthy and great, minus all the bullshit. I have dropped lots of my thoughts below, as I've had a lot of time to ponder life these last few months. Of course, it's the middle of the night when these random things pop in my head the most. Those times you are whining about ridiculous things, something I have noticed so much these past few months. Just think about someone who is really facing a problem. Be grateful for your minor issue and just get over it. It's okay to acknowledge that something is annoying, but try not to carry on about it and let it negatively affect other people's days. And once you do that, just get out there and take a freaking big breath of that fresh Aussie air deep in your lungs. Look at how blue the sky is and how green the trees are. It is so beautiful. Think of how lucky you are to be able to do just that. To breathe. You might have got caught in bad traffic today, or had a bad sleep because your beautiful babies kept you awake, or your hairdresser cut your hair too short. Your new fake nails might have got a chip, your boobs are just too small, or you have cellulite on your arse and your belly is wobbling. Just let that shit go. I swear you will not be thinking about those things when it is your turn to go. It is all so insignificant when you look at life as a whole. I'm watching my body waste away right before my eyes with nothing I can do about it, and all I wish for now is that I could have just one more birthday, or one more Christmas with my family, or just one more day with my partner and dog. Just one more. I hear people complaining about how terrible work is, or how hard it is to exercise. Just be grateful you're physically able to do that. Work and exercise may seem like such trivial things, until your body doesn't allow you to do either of them. I have tried to live a healthy life. In fact, that was probably my major passion. Appreciate your good health and functioning body, even if it isn't your ideal size. Look after it and embrace how amazing it is. Move it and nourish it with fresh food. But don't obsess over it. Remember that there are more aspects to good health than the physical body. Work just as hard on finding your mental, emotional, and spiritual happiness too. That way, you might realize how insignificant and unimportant having this stupidly portrayed perfect social media body really is. While on this topic, delete any account that pops up on your news feeds that gives you any sense of feeling shit about yourself. Friend or not, be ruthless for your own well-being. Be grateful for each day that you don't have pain, and even the days where you are unwell, with main flu, a sore back, or a sprained ankle. Accept it as shit, but be thankful that it isn't life-threatening and it will go away. Whine less, people, and help each other more. Give, give, give. It is true that you gain more happiness doing things for others than doing them for yourself. I wish I did this more. Since I've been sick, I have met the most incredibly giving and kind people and been the receiver of the most thoughtful and loving words and support from my family, friends, and strangers. More than I could ever give in return. I will never forget this, and I will be forever grateful to all of these people. It's a weird thing having money to spend at the end. When you're dying, it's not a time to go out and buy material things that you usually would, like say a new dress. It makes you think how silly it is that we think it is worth spending so much money on new clothes and these things in our life. Buy your friend something instead of another dress, beauty product, or jewelry for that next wedding. 1. No one cares if you wear the same thing twice. 2. It feels good. Take them out for a meal, or better yet, cook them a meal. Shout their coffee. Give or buy them a plant, a massage, or a candle, and tell them you love them when you give it to them. Value other people's time. Don't keep them waiting because you're shit at being on time. Get ready earlier if you're one of these people, and appreciate that your friends want to share their time with you, not sit by themselves, waiting on a mate. You will gain respect too. Amen, sister. This year, our family agreed to just do no presents, and despite the tree looking rather sad and empty, I nearly cracked on Christmas Eve. It was so nice because people didn't have the pressure of shopping, and the effort went into writing a nice card for each other. Plus, imagine my family trying to buy me a present, knowing they would probably end up with it themselves. Strange. It might seem lame, but those cards mean more to me than any impulse purchase could. Mind you, it was also easier to do in our house because we had no little kiddies there. Anyway, moral of the story, presents are not needed for a meaningful Christmas. Moving on. Use your money on experiences. Or at least don't miss out on experiences because you spent all your money on material shit. Put in the effort to do that day trip to the beach you keep putting off. Dip your feet in the water and dig your toes into the sand. Wet your face with the salt water. Get amongst nature. Try just enjoying and being in moments rather than capturing them through the screen of your phone. Life isn't meant to be lived through a screen, nor is it about getting the perfect photo. Enjoy the bloody moment, people. Stop trying to capture it for everyone else. Random rhetorical question. Are those several hours you spend doing your hair and makeup each day to go out for one night really worth it? I've never understood that about females. Get up early sometimes and listen to the birds while you watch the beautiful colors the sun makes as it rises. Listen to music. Really listen. Music is therapy. The old music is best. Cuddle your dog. Far out. I miss that. Talk to your friends. Put down your phone. Are they doing okay? Travel if it's your desire. Don't if it's not. Work to live. Don't live to work. Seriously, do what makes your heart feel happy. Eat that cake with zero guilt. Say no to things you don't really want to do. Don't feel pressure to do what other people think is a fulfilling life. You might want a mediocre life, and that is so okay. Tell your loved ones you love them every time you get the chance, and love them with everything you have. Also, remember, if something is making you miserable, you do have the power to change it, in work or love or whatever it may be. Have the guts to change. You don't know how much time you've got on this earth, so don't waste it being miserable. I know that is said all the time, but it couldn't be more true. Anyway, this is just one young gal's life advice. Take it or leave it. I don't mind. Oh, and one last thing, if you can. Do a good deed for humanity and myself, and start regularly donating blood. It will make you feel good, with the added bonus of saving lives. I feel like it is something that is so overlooked, considering every donation can save 3 lives. That is a massive impact each person can have, and the process really is so simple. Blood donation, more bags than I could keep up with counting, helped keep me alive for an extra year. A year I will be forever grateful I got to spend it here on Earth with my family, friends, and dog. A year I had some of the greatest times of my life. Until we meet again, Hall. Love and hugs. That is an amazing letter written from the heart by a woman who had a lot of time to assess the value of life, to assess the value of all these things that we take for granted every day, like a sunset, a sunrise, the smell of the fresh air after a rain, the colors, the vibrancy of the colors when you get out in nature and you see all the things that you see, the gracefulness of a bird floating overhead, soaring through the air. All these little things that we look at and we take for granted while we worry about all these little petty things, while we worry to death about these minor drama issues at work or at school. Let it all go, says Holly Butcher, and I couldn't agree more. I've already made several videos on my account trying to get people to realize that life is great. You are great. Don't take it for granted. If you can read this letter and not take it for granted, and it doesn't bring a tear to your eye, you're stronger than me. I hope that this letter, written by Holly Butcher, and me reading it to you, has inspired you to go out and grab life. Take advantage of it, and realize that every single day is a gift to each of us. It's not a right. Don't let your last days fall before you without telling people that you love them. Quit worrying about all the material bullshit. Realize it's those people close to you, your friends, your family, your kids, your parents, even your dog. It's those relationships that you have in your life that are important, the most important. Learn that giving is far, far, far better than receiving. I truly hope that me sharing this letter written by Miss Holly Butcher before she passed at only 27 years of age has helped you grasp some deep meaning. With her letter, she shared wisdom that some people don't seem to have, even if they live to be 100. A truly amazing letter written from the heart. If you've enjoyed this letter, make sure you share this video with your family, with your friends, on your social media. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to go out there and grasp life. Make sure you hug somebody you love. And don't forget to tell them that you love them. We never know when our last day might be here. This is Zaxtor99. Take care, everybody.